Hi, everyone. It's Eric Samuel Green, and welcome to Style Made Simple, where we give you an insider's view on style, trend, and design. It's also where we give you access to influencers and very important people who are leaders in that industry. And I'm so excited today to introduce you to our style guru and style maven, Elly Brown, of the blog Uptown with Elly Brown. Hi, Elly. Hi, I'm so happy to have you here. Being that you're a style maven and connoisseur of all things related to fashion and trend and just culture, first of all, I'd love to know just how did you get into fashion?
I've always loved fashion. I've always been the one to, follow the trends and buy all the magazines in the grocery store. So it was something that just came natural to me. Just something I've always loved. I've always been intrigued about it, shoes especially. So it's been one of those things where it's just always been, in me, I guess.
It's just part of your DNA. It's part of who you are.
Yes, it is.
And so how did you take it from being something that was just a personal love affair and something that you had an affinity for and transition it into a blog, this thriving and flourishing expression of who you are?
Honestly, at the time when I first thought about starting a blog, it was, a few years ago. So it wasn't necessarily new, but, it was still, not everybody had one. It's not as, I feel like it's just a booming industry. But so when I started thinking about it and, I've always had friends tell me, what are you wearing? Where did you get that? And all that. So the idea of starting a blog came to me. It was one of those things where I had my first son, and I was going to stay home, and so motherhood is difficult. It drains you in every way possible, and so for me, it was one of those things where I still wanted to be me. I still wanted to, to pour into myself and enjoy doing something that I love to do. So it was one of those things where it was just, something for me, something that I can still be known as Elly and not just a mom. So it was just one of those things where, I got to do this for me.
Yeah, it sounds like you had this pivotal moment in your life, this transition, which is motherhood, that really inspired you, inspired you.
Yeah, definitely. And then, it was definitely one of those things where, I don't want to be just mom. I think it's easy to just become, to wear that one hat, but I still want to be me. I also, teach my kids to go for their dreams, do what they love, and go after what they really like,
Yeah. So knowing that self-expression and individuality is so important to you, how would you define your style?
Oh gosh, anytime I get asked this question, I'm like, I don't know. I do, but I feel like my style is such a wide range that I'm very much feminine. I love all the girly colors. My favorite color is pink. But I still feel like there's that part of, because I love New York, there's that part of street style, edgy, that I feel like I incorporate to my feminine look. So I feel like it's just this feminine chic, but with a little bit of edge thrown in there, a little bit of, I love black also just as much as I love pink. So, I feel like it's just, I can go anywhere from super girly and super feminine to, very classic to very street style. So I feel like it's all of that in there combined.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because it's a very modern way of looking at it, which is that you can be a lot of things and you use fashion as a way to express that individuality. And sometimes you want to be a little bit more modern and contemporary, and then other times you want to be boho, and then other times you want to be feminine. And fashion is a way for you to express all of that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it goes back to personal style. I tell my husband all the time, everything depends on my mood. So it depends on how I'm feeling at the current moment and, what I decide to wear or what I end up wearing. It's personal style, I think.
So you have to tell me then, so if you wore a leather moto jacket, what does that mean? How are you feeling?
I'm probably feeling very much like I don't want to say a cuss word, but I'm feeling pretty confident.
You're
I'm
feeling
feeling like
bad. I get it. I get it. So knowing then that you have a lot of different styles that you want to express based off of your personality, spirit, mood, etc., what really inspires you?
Oh, I think anything and everything. It's beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I think it could be something that I am flipping through a magazine, or something I'm doing with my kids, or a life moment. Give me a second here. Can you hear the dog barking at all?
Yes, but it's fine.
Let me just close the door. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so what inspires me, I think, it's a little bit of everything. It could be anything, whether I'm playing with my kids, flipping through the magazine, friends, other influencers, other icons. I think anything and everything. I love the part of fashion of being able to do your homework. And I haven't gone to school, to fashion school or anything, but going through the color of the season, going through the colors of the year, and just pulling all that different inspiration and really just thinking outside the box and going again to that personal style and what you love and what you do and don't like, what fits and what doesn't fit, and kind of just meshing it all together.
So is there a primary source that you go to? Are you more of a blog person? Are you looking at runway shows? Are you more people watching for inspiration, or magazines? If there was one tool or one vehicle for you to use, and it's the only one that you can have to be able to get your trusted fashion information, what would that be? Because there's a lot of people who really love your style and they're inspired by you, and so they would love to be able to understand how you get inspired so that they can actually learn how to do it as well.
I'm an old school girl, so I love magazines. I still have my fashion board over here that I clip everything out, I cut everything up, I put it together. But it's so hard because I think technology, and that's my kid, sorry.
No problem.
Here. Go downstairs. I can always give them my phone and they're like, quiet. I think technology nowadays, you can find everything online. So, even though I love flipping through magazines and it's so old school and looking through the old books and, the coffee table books and stuff, I think I'd still go with magazines.
Still go with magazines, awesome.
Still go with magazines.
I do too, yeah, because it's such a wide range of things that you can see between advertisements, which is one sort of perspective, versus editorial layout. So it's just a great mix.
It is, and then especially because of it's a completely, from being inside the industry or being in the fashion aspect or the fashion industry, you also look at it all differently. It's a different perspective, at least for me, after being and having a blog. So it's a little bit, you look at it differently.
Yeah. So knowing that we're transitioning into spring right now, what are some of your must-have style trends that you love?
Man, anything feminine. I love all the floral, all the soft hues. Cold shoulder is big. I love that.
I see you're wearing it.
I am. This is the maternity dress I just got from ASOS. But anything cold shoulder or off the shoulder. I think, anything lace and floral, and it's got all the ruffles. Yeah. I love all that stuff.
So you're totally having like a feminine, girly moment.
Oh yeah, definitely. I am.
So I noticed that you mentioned that you purchased your top from ASOS. Do you do a lot of online shopping, or do you do more actual physical brick and mortar shopping, or a combination of both?
A combination of both. I mean, I do have 2 kids and then one on the way, so it's easier just to shop online. Stores like ASOS who offer the 2-day shipping, or Amazon. I'm like, I get it quickly. It's not a lot of fuss. It's just easy. But then also, I do love going into the stores and trying it on, because it's it's different. Being able to try it on and looking at the pieces differently, and maybe trying different things together that maybe you wouldn't normally think of online. So a bit of both.
A bit of
When
both.
it's free, definitely. I love going into store and shopping.
Yeah, so with online, it's almost like the Wild West, right? There's so many options. And so for someone who isn't as style savvy as you, how do they begin to know what retailers to look at and how to potentially put together a look by shopping online? How would they know?
I think one thing is going, each individual person, you know what you like and what you don't like. So whether you're following influencers just as myself, even though I may be wearing something that someone may not like let's trust your instincts. Like go with what, everybody has a different body figure, body type. And so I always, listen to your gut. Go with what you like and what you don't like. Just because I'm wearing something or a specific piece doesn't mean you have to go wear that, but just find it as inspiration.
Yeah.
So I would suggest, obviously stay true to yourself, know your body type. You obviously listen to trends and take that, but take it as inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I always love looking at Pinterest because Pinterest is such, it's one of those things where it's inspiration galore. I mean, you can find anything on Pinterest. So even if you're looking for red shoes, type in red shoes outfit on Pinterest and you will find anything and everything. So I think, taking inspirations and obviously listening to your gut. If you know that, clothes from an XYZ brand doesn't ever fit, then just avoid it at all costs.
Avoid it, yeah. What I love that you're talking about is really about expressing your own individuality and being authentic. And I think so much of what your blog actually shows is your own authenticity and your own style. And it's really important for people to embrace that and understand, to your point, how to interpret, translate these trends in a way that feels natural to them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
So who are you crushing on right now from a style perspective?
Oh man, as far as bloggers, have you heard of Camila Coelho?
Yes, I have actually.
She's Brazilian as well. Love her. I mean, that girl does no wrong ever. I love her style.
So tell our guests what you love about her style. What's special about it?
I just love, her fashion's very high end. But I think maybe it's because her personality is one of those things where you see her personality. She's very open. What we call in Portuguese, amiga. She's very just warming. Okay. So that automatically just draws you to her. And not only is she drop dead gorgeous, but I love how she mixes the pieces. There was one outfit that I think she was in Paris. She was wearing this feminine dress, and she just had her jacket just kind of off the shoulder. It looked, again, it was that perfect combination of edgy but feminine. Mm-hmm. And I think she mixes the pieces together so well.
Love it. Okay, so who are your other two?
Hello Fashion Blog. She's more, I think, a little bit more relaxed. Another thing about her that I love with Christine is she has her own shop, but I love how she mixes, she'll wear jogger pants with heels. Oh. It's just unexpected. It's different. It looks edgy, cool, but it's unexpected or unexpected, and it comes natural to her. And again, she's always mixing those pieces so well together.
Love it. Okay, so what are your 3 must-have style rules? Or do you even live by any rules? Are there any sort of guidelines that you always work with?
I think my biggest thing is, again, going back to being authentic, to knowing what, stay true to yourself. Again, you know your body type, you know what you like and what you don't like. I think it's important to obviously follow certain rules, maybe. But then again, I feel like fashion doesn't really have rules. Back in the day, maybe you couldn't wear, socks and heels, and now you see that as a trend. So I think it's just staying true to yourself. If you like it, go for it, rock it. I think it's when you exude that confidence and you know who you are. I think it's what attracts people to a style or to a look when you have that confidence. confidence.
Yeah, agreed. So if there are no do's and don'ts, right, in fashion, once you've sort of mastered the art of styling, then are there some essentials or must-have items that someone needs to build the perfect wardrobe?
I think go with your basics always. Get a classic tee, a trench coat, a statement pair of heels, and just a structured bag. That I think that you always have your essentials. It doesn't have to be necessarily expensive items, but just maybe items that you can splurge on a little bit more that will last. I've got a trench coat that I splurged on from Tommy Hilfiger, I think it was, a while back, but it's still in great condition. But it's because it's just a classic piece. It's something that I can wear all year round. Obviously, I spent a little bit more and splurged on it, but something that'll last. So I think go with your basics. Basic tee, skinny jeans, trousers, heels. And then just a classic structured bag, I think, is your key pieces. And then you can, I think, because trends come in and out all the time. So, chokers used to be a nice thing, and now here we are again, chokers again.
You're back. It's all about chokers.
So I think, trends come and go all the time, but stick to your key pieces. And I think those are pieces that will get you throughout the year, and then you can incorporate your trend pieces in with those key pieces and mix things up.
Yeah, I love it. It's the same thing with interior design as well as with fashion. It's the foundation, right? Once you have those foundational elements, then you can pepper in and layer in fun novelty things that make it seasonally or trend right. But to your point, you need those investment pieces, and it's always good to spend a little bit more, get the right quality so that they can last, and also make sure it fits perfectly. Fit is everything. Exactly. It's so important.
Yes, it is.
So as you're preparing for events, because I know you're very social, what are some of your style rituals?
I try when it comes to getting ready for an event, I try to take my time. So it may take like 3 solid hours, but that's because I'm like, I'll get a shower, I'll go play with the boys, make up, and then get ready. But I think it's just take your time. I think for me, I love getting dressed up and dolled up and spending 30, 45 minutes on my makeup. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just something that I enjoy doing. And so to me, it's just taking my time getting ready and enjoying getting ready and being a girl and, dolled up and dressed up. It drives my husband crazy because he's like, do you have to take so long? And I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
But, I enjoy just taking care of me and
I love it. It sounds like you believe that it's all about the journey and less about the destination. So the journey is the preparation and getting prepared for it. That's the fun part.
Yes. It's one of those things with like those quote, never ask a girl with a winged eyeliner why she's late. It's like, exactly.
You got it. So if there's one advice that you could give viewers, what would it be?
It goes back to being you.
Being authentic.
Stay true to yourself, despite whatever, if it's not just in fashion, but in beauty, in all areas of your life. Just be you. Yeah. I think the world needs, each individual, each person, you have a voice that others need to hear, and need to listen, and just stay true to you. We don't need any more copycats.
No, not at all. We need more authentic people. So this has been fun. On Style Made Simple, we actually have a fun game that we play with our guest, and it's rapid fire answers. So it's sort of this yin yang opposite attract. So you can only choose one, and it gives us an opportunity just to understand your personality and get to know more about you. So I'll give you 2 choices, and you just have to choose one. Okay. So let me get my notes for you. Penthouse or estate?
Penthouse.
Cake or cookie?
Cake.
Concert or musical?
Concert.
Dior or Chanel?
Chanel.
Okay. Bed and breakfast or resort?
Resort.
East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Silver or gold?
Silver.
Painting or photography?
Photography.
Ski or surf?
Surf.
Wine or cocktail?
No. Wine.
Gucci or Vuitton?
Vuitton.
Netflix or movie out?
Netflix.
City or suburbs?
City.
Diamond or pearls?
Diamond.
Call or text?
Text.
Blonde or brunette?
Oh, wow. I'm going to say blonde on this one.
Good answer. Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce.
Okay, and then the last one is dine in or dine out?
Dine in.
Okay, awesome. Well, Elly, it has been amazing chatting with you. You're fabulous, and I hope the guests have learned a lot of information on style, so I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much for having me again.
My pleasure. Yes, so thank you, everyone, and remember to stay stylish. Ciao.